Welcome to Fayette, Missouri. This is Charlie Brown. Basketball action today from Central Methodist University. Mid-America Nazarene Pioneers in town. Women's game followed by the men's game. Mid-America comes in with a record of 7-1 overall, 7-0 in the conference. Eagles 4-3 overall, 3-3 in conference play. So a tough challenge for the Lady Eagles today. But this broadcast brought to you, as always, by MFA Oil, the Braun Home, Jennings Premium Meats, Community Auto Sales and Service, Airlink, Drury Hotels, Missouri Pacific Lumber, Howard County Electric, and Commercial Trust Company. So those are the corporate sponsors, the partners that make these broadcasts possible. Want to make sure that we thank the good folks here at Central Methodist. Rachel Moore, the SID here, and Natasha Wilson, Vice President of Student Affairs, also included in her purviews of all that big job, that nice job title, is Athletic Director. So they're always very cooperative, very kind to us when we come here to do the ball games. So that's where we are. We're at 7:40 to go here. We've got starting lineups. We've got some information as I look to see if we have everything that we need. Okay, that's up. So let's see if we can pull this up real quick and show that on the screen so you can see what's going on. That's 7-1. It says 5-5 and 3-3, but I think that was the men's information from last week, so that part's not correct. So we'll get that off the screen before we confuse everybody. So the Pioneers come in, and they have to be sitting in first place. Can't be anywhere other than first place with a 7-0 record. See what I can tell you a little bit about Mid-America. If you're a Mid-America fan, bear with me as we try and get things squared up and informed for those Central Methodist fans watching as well. Leading scorer is Mackenzie Lowe for Mid-America. She averages 14.9. Megan Scott averages 9.8 points per ball game. Jordan Gonzalez, 9.1. And Michaela Gooch, 9 even. Anna Rolston, 7.5 points per ball game. And Lydia Osterson averages 5.1. So pretty balanced scoring. Mid-America scores 67.6 points per ball game, gives up 58.5, so they win by an average of about 9 points. For Central, their leading scorer is Nana Massonet, and she is not playing. She has a little bit of a knee issue that they are holding her out until probably second semester to give her plenty of time to recuperate and get her knee, get it all squared up. So she's not here. She averages 21.7, so a big chunk of scoring is out of the lineup. But those that are playing, Armani Pulling is averaging 18.9 points per game. Vonda Kwamba, 11.4. Leah Johnson, 10.4. Michelle Nichols, 10.1 per game. And Nat Spiegel, 7.4. We've got a couple of changes in the starting lineup for the Lady Eagles, and we'll get those to you in just a couple of minutes as we get closer to the time. For Mid-America, their starting lineup, we'll hear it from the PA announcer in just a little bit, but I will tell you what it is right now. Jordan Gonzalez, a 5'6 sophomore guard from Kansas City, Missouri, starts. Michaela Gooch, a 5'2 senior from Olathe, Kansas, also is a starter. Mackenzie Lowe, 6'1 senior from Lenexa, Kansas. She's number 22. Number 30, Ariel Sargent, a 6-foot freshman from Stillwell, Kansas. And number 42, Megan Scott, a 6'2 junior from Carl Junction, Missouri. So the bigs on the Mid-America side are 6 foot, 6'1, and 6'2. So they have a lot of size. For the Lady Eagles, they've got a little bit of a change in their lineup. Zaria Jones starts. She's a 5'3 senior guard from Seattle, Washington. Hannah Adams, a 5'5" junior guard from Clinton, Missouri. Number 11, Armani Pulling, 5'7" junior guard from Denver, Colorado. Vonda Kwamba, 5'11" junior from Maputo, Mozambique. And starting tonight, Leah Johnson, a 6'2" freshman forward out of Ewing, New Jersey. So those are your starting lineups for what we have for the ball game today. Both the Central Methodist women and men coming off losses, as Baker came in here earlier this week, Thursday, I believe, and defeated the women's team and the men's team. So looking to rebound from that. And then we've got another ball game on Tuesday, as Missouri Valley from Marshall makes the short trip to Fayette. And the Vikings will be in town Tuesday night, and that will be the last set of games before Christmas break, and then second semester will start. And Coach Davis tells me he's got some girls that are going to be eligible second semester, and will come in and help beef this up a little bit, hopefully. So the size issue for Central will be something, as Kwamba usually has pretty good success inside. Vonda Kwamba, if I pull out my big set of stats, she is shooting, there she is. She's shooting 45% from the floor. She's averaging 11.4, but she has her way, but against 6'2", 6'1", and 6 foot, she may not have as much leeway, but she is pretty agile. And Leah Johnson in the starting lineup at 6'2" can match up. So Adams getting a start today, and Johnson getting a start today. Johnson, as a player off the bench, averaging 10.4 points per ball game. And she leads as a substitute. She leads the team in rebounding. She has 74 rebounds in the number of games that she has played. And if I pull out all of my stats again, I can tell you that she has played in 7 games. So 7 into 74 is 10. So she's averaging a double-double, 10.4 in points and 10-plus in rebounds. And I'm sure she's in it to match up with size-wise with the Pioneers. We're down to a minute and something to go before the horn goes, and we'll get the pregame prayer and then the national anthem, introduction of starting players, and we'll be set for action here from Puckett Fieldhouse in Fayette in just a couple of minutes here on the Eagle Sports Network. And we'll see if the Lady Eagles can get off to a good start. They go through spells where they struggle inside and struggle offensively from time to time. We'll see how they do in today's ball game. Dreary day here in mid-Missouri. Cloudy, misting, upper 30s for a temperature. But we've got action inside. It'll be hot and ready to go in here, as we're just about ready to go. We'll have all of the information. Mid-America coached by John Lewis. Assistant coaches Natalie Knight Johnson, Nate Eidson, and Drew Wheatcroft. For the Eagles, Mike Davis in his 19th season. Assistant coaches Remy Laurie and Veronica Preciado. So they're getting ready to do the welcome and then the PSA, public service announcement from the Heart of America about sportsmanship and the COVID guidelines for here. The Heart of America has the guideline of no visiting fans are allowed. So, here's the prayer and then the national anthem, and we'll have starting lineups for you.
Almighty God, you have created us to strive for our best. Grant to all athletes, coaches, and fans the strength to pursue excellence during this event. We pray for the safety of these athletes, protect them from injury and harm. Help us to honor you today in all we do on and off the court, and make us witnesses to your glory. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Prayer and anthem in the book, and we're ready to go with the starting lineups.
First for our guest team on the scoreboard, the Mid-America Nazarene Pioneers. Starting at guard.
At a guard, number 2, Jordan Gonzalez, 5'6" sophomore, Kansas City, Missouri. At a guard, number 5, Michaela Gooch, a 5'2" senior from Olathe, Kansas. 22, Mackenzie Lowe, a 6'1" senior from Lenexa, Kansas. 30, Ariel Sargent, 6-foot freshman from Stillwell, Kansas. And Megan Scott, number 42, a 6'2" junior from Carl Junction. For the Eagles, little different look to them tonight. Starting at a guard, a 5'3" senior from Seattle, Washington, Zaria Jones. And the public announcer says Zaria, but, well. Number 10, Hannah Adams, a 5'5" junior guard from Clinton, Missouri. Armani Pulling, number 11, a 5'7" junior guard from Denver, Colorado. A 5'11" forward junior from Mozambique, Vanda Kwamba. And number 34, a 6'2" freshman forward from Ewing, New Jersey, Leah Johnson. So there's all your starters. Johnson is a factor. She's a force, but she also sometimes, being a freshman, gets a little carried away with being a little too aggressive on some of the rebounds. She might miss a shot, and then she's going to go after her own rebound, and sometimes she gets called for being over the back. But let's hope that she can stay out of foul trouble, because she's the size inside against the 3 big girls for Mid-America. So we're just about set to go. Eagles come out. It will be Megan Scott to jump. As they're trying to decide, do they want Leah Johnson to jump or do they want Vanda Kwamba to jump? And Vanda Kwamba is going to be the one to step into the circle. And we are underway. Mid-Am with the basketball. This is Gooch with it. Straight man defense. Gonzalez with it. Looking to get a pick. Gooch looks inside again as they're trying to find a matchup inside they like. Gooch stuck with the ball there. Underneath it goes. Put up and in by Scott. Nice pass by Lowe to Scott underneath, and it's 2-0 in favor of the Pioneers. Pulling. Worked their way through, gets it back to Johnson, back to Pulling. Adams now run the show top of the key. Kwamba on this side, corner to Jones. Jones drives, back to Kwamba inside. Gets bumped, puts it up, can't get it to go. Johnson with a rebound, up and in, ties it up at 2. Gooch on the run, knocked out of bounds by Adams. Adams goes to get it because in the women's game here, if somebody from the stands touches the ball, they take that ball out of play, and they're going to do it anyway. Oh, no, they're not. They're going to look at this clock. They take the ball out of play, bring a different ball in, and then sanitize the one that went out of play. So we're looking to see what they're putting a few seconds back on the game clock, as it must have gone ahead and run. Gooch, and it's inbounds to Scott. Gonzalez around the pick. Low. Inside it goes. Down underneath. Shot up and missed. And Johnson with a rebound as Megan Scott missed that one. Jones going to take it down the lane. Kicks it back out to Adams. Pulling. Leading scorer on the floor. Pass goes beyond Johnson. And out of bounds and a turnover. And it will be Mid-Am basketball. In it comes. Was looking at the men's roster to see if Rocky Lamar was still the coach at Mid-America. He is. Ball inside, tipped out. Pulling's got it. Being ridden down the floor by Gooch. And that foul will go on Michaela Gooch. Lydia Osterson checks into the ball game. Ostenson. Adams with the ball. Pulling says go the other direction, so Adams does. Into the corner to Kwamba. She's going to take it baseline, come around, puts it up too hard, can't get it to go. Johnson inside, lays it up and in. 2 offensive rebounds, 4 points for Leah Johnson. Scott with it. Ostenson back to Gooch. Gonzalez runs around the pick, trying to get inside the low. That's Scott at the free throw line. She's going to spin, turn, and walk. Traveling called. Central basketball with 7:40 to go here in the first period of play. Jones will bring it up. Jones around a couple of picks. Johnson in the lane, turns on Scott, puts it up, can't get it to go. And there is the missed shot over the back that I was just talking about right in the pregame on Johnson. She's got to learn to quit doing that. She might have got away with that in high school, being taller than everybody, but there's a 6'2" on the floor as well. Inbounds pass almost stolen, but Ostenson gets it. Gooch. Right to the hoop, finds the opening, takes it to the basket, rolls around and falls. Michaela Gooch with her first 2 points of the ballgame, and we're tied at 4. Pulling with a 3 in the air and good. Armani Pulling with her first points and a lead for the Lady Eagles. Gonzalez with the ball. Back and forth. Now she's going to go to the hoop, tries a bounce pass. And they say that it was touched by an Eagle on the way out of bounds.
Number 12, Anna Rolston. Number 20, Rashawn Smith.
Anna Rolston into the ball game along with Trell Smith. From Ashland, Missouri. Saw her in high school a couple of years ago. Gooch. Low, going to put a 3 up. Too hard. Kwamba with a rebound. She'll bring it out. Ahead to Pulling. Pulling, another 3 in the air. That one no good. Johnson over the back again. And 2 fouls, so staying out of foul trouble is not going to be something that Johnson's going to do in this game because she's coming out immediately. 3.5 minutes. She picks up her second foul, and Michelle Nichols checks into the ball game. Trell Smith inside, tries to get it. Nichols with quick hands, knocks it away, ends up on the floor. Jones comes out with it. No numbers, so she's going to slow up and wait. Gives it to Nichols, just in the game. 3 on the way from her, good. Michelle Nichols, instant offense off the bench. 10-4 is the score, 6-point advantage. Gooch waving everybody out of the way. Wants to take Adams to the hoop. Adams knocks it away, and it goes out of bounds off of her. It will stay with Mid-America. And there's Nana Masanat into the ball game. Thought they were going to tell her that I thought she was going to stay out, but obviously her tweaked knee is better. And she's in the ball game now, and she brings 21 points to the game when she's in. Low. Back to Gooch. Nobody on low. Kwamba comes over. Ball taken away from behind by Adams. And here comes Massanet on the run. Pulls up, jumper, just into the ball game. Doesn't get it to go. She hasn't played in a while, and a timeout called by Mid-America as their coach is not happy with the play of his guards in this. So we'll stay here. 5:42 to go. 10-4 is our score. We're just not quite halfway through this first period of play. Lots of substitutes already into the ball game for both sides. So the quick timeout It's Adams pulling Massanet, Nichols, and Kwamba on the floor. There's Gooch. Double team. Dribbles away from it. Adams on her. Almost takes it from Gooch. She's going to go all the way to the hoop. Underneath, come back out. Low, puts it up, can't get it to go. Kwamba with the rebound and gets it to Adams. Pulling run into play, tells her to go the other direction. Ends up getting the ball back in her hands. Underneath the Kwamba, puts it up too hard, can't get it to go, but there's Massanet to put it up and in. Her first 2 points of the ball game, 12-4 in favor of the Lady Eagles. Smith all the way across. Ostenson, 3 on the way, won't go. Smith with a rebound. Gooch back with it again. Ralston with it. Smith has her pass blocked partially, puts it up and no good as Ralston got it back. And I think Nichols is going to pick up a foul.
Eagle foul number 14, Michelle Nichols. That foul her first. 13 foul, stepping to the line, shooting.
Coach Davis very unhappy about something and letting the official have an earful of it. The official tells him no more, so he goes to a different official and starts talking to the other ones. So, 2 free throws for Rolston. She makes the first one. Jones gets ready to check back in, I believe. Let me look at Rolston. Rolston is a 62% free throw shooter. Misses the second, and Nichols with a rebound. Up the floor to Pulling. She's got a 3, and it's in the air. It hits back rim, no good. Tipped around, and we'll have a foul called on Massanet. Said she gave a little shove in the back. Adams will check out. Jones will check in. That's 4 fouls on the Eagle. The next one in this period will put Mid-America in the bonus for the rest of the period. And it comes to Rolston. She's going to be double teamed. Gets it back. Getting it across the timeline is Ostenson. Almost a steal by Kwamba. Inside it goes, a little high for Lowe. She kicks it, gets it back out. Gooch going to drive to the hoop. Stop, into the corner, Lowe. Roll reversal. Lowe with a 3 won't go, and Nichols with a rebound. The guard drove, and the big girl went to the corner. Roll reversal. Massanet going to go to the hoop. Pass a little too hard for Kwamba, and it goes off her hands out of bounds. Jordan Gonzalez checks back in. Ostenson checks out. Trellshaw Smith with the ball. Pulling watches her. Blocks her pass, but right back to Smith. Now double teamed. A lot of switching going on. This is Gonzalez. To the hoop against Kwamba. Puts it up and in. Lays it in. 12-7. First 2 points for Gonzalez in the game. Jones. Nichols steps inside just beyond the free throw line. Doesn't draw anything and goes out of bounds. And Nat Spiegel gets ready to check in. She checks in. Massanet checks out. I'm sure they're going to play her in brief periods because her conditioning cannot be very good based on the fact that she's not played in a week and a half or 2 weeks. Smith running the show now for Mid-America. Rolston. Gonzalez, pick and roll. Too hard, tipped around, ends up in Jones's hands as she tried to draw a charge. Got up, was in the right position to get the ball on the tip. And a foul as she's bringing it down the floor. Foul goes on Trellshaw Smith. Her first. Team foul number 2. Spiegel. Jones inside, tried to get it to Nichols, tipped away, and Mid-America's got it. Smith with the basketball. There's the roll, kick to the corner, 3 in the air, on the way and good. Gooch. She's got 5, and it's 12-10. Pulling. They're paying attention to her now. The ball goes off Kawamba and out of bounds. That's 2 times that she's been open. Probably took a quick look to see where she was going to go and didn't secure the ball. Smith. To the hoop. Lays it off. Can't get it to go. But knowing where to go get the ball off the miss, Rolston missed it, got her own rebound, but then Nichols comes down with it. Pulling. Jones. Spiegel. Nichols around. Out to Jones. Spiegel. Nichols in the lane, down on the floor. Can't get it, tipped around, and Rolston comes out with it. Lady Eagles haven't scored recently. Here's Lowe ahead of the pack, pulls up. Smith going to put a 3 in the air. Rattles around, no good. And Spiegel with a rebound, and here come the Lady Eagles on the run. Kwamba gets that one. Corner pulling, 3 on the way for her. Good. Armani pulling with 9 in the ball game, and it's a 15-10. It's 6 for her, sorry. Timeout call by Central, but Mid-America's coach says, well, we had the ball in bounds, and the official said, well, I called it before you got it in bounds, so Coach Lewis accepts the call, and we'll continue on at 15-10. Minute and 43 to go here in period number 1. As I look for more paperwork that I have scattered up here. AirLink Rural Broadband is your local wireless and fiber internet provider, family owned and operated with coverage options in Sheraton, Howard, Saline, and surrounding counties. Interested in wireless or fiber service? Visit us at airlink123.com for info on all of your needs. Smith with the basketball, back to play. Double team, gets it away from her, almost throws it away. Gonzalez runs it down. This is Gooch, who just hit a 3 momentarily, just a little while ago into the ball game. 45, that's Jalen Irvin. Shot goes up, no good. Smith with the rebound. Inside, tipped around. Scott gets it, can't get it to go. Gets it back. Shot won't go, and that foul will go on Kwamba, and that'll be her first personal foul.
Eagle foul number 12, Vonda Kwamba. That foul her first. 15 foul at the line for the Pioneers. Number 42, Megan Scott.
Megan Scott at the line. She's got 2 points. First free throw is good. Scott on the year, a 51.9% free throw shooter. And she gets that one to roll as well. In. 3-point advantage. Lady Eagles. Adams back in the ball game. Baseline to Kwamba. Underneath. Spins back out. Banks it off the glass. Went underneath the basket. Laid it back up and in. Her first 2 points of the game. And it's back to a 5-point advantage as we're under a minute to go. And pulling is going to be called for a blocking foul. And that will send Trelshawn Smith to the free throw line to shoot a pair of free throws.
At the line for the Pioneers, number 20, Smith.
She's a 75% free throw shooter. 3 of 4, not a lot of tries. First one rattles around but falls. Her first point of the ball game. Second one is good as well.
Substitution for the Pioneers, number 22, Mackenzie Lowe.
Mackenzie Lowe back into the ball game. And Scott goes out. 17-14, 52 to go. Nichols. Jones, ball fake around it, back to Nichols. Pulling in the corner. Now it's back to the wing, steps back, 3 on the way, comes up short. Tipped around nicely by Kwamba into Adams. She lifts it up left-handed off the glass and in. Nice hustle by Kwamba. Gonzalez. Irvin into the corner, tipped around. Ends up in the hands there of Gooch. Gonzalez for a three from the corner comes up short, but lands right in the hands of Lowe, who misses, and Adams has it, and the Lady Eagles can get the last shot of this period. Nichols looks for that shot. Adams, corner to Kwamba. Kwamba takes a three from the corner, no good, and that will end the first period of play. So the score at the end of one is Central 19, Mid-America 14. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back in 30 seconds here on the Eagles Sports Network.
At last, an approach to teaching and learning that connects the traditional classroom to the real world at Central Methodist University. Now you can learn the way you live and the way you'll work with the new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
19-14 at the end of the first period. We get ready to start two. Community Auto Sales and Service is a one-stop shop for all your automotive needs, from brakes, tires, and oil changes to front-end alignments, engine repair, batteries, and state inspections. They have everything and can do anything to keep you on the road safely. They are proud supporters of Eagles athletics. So we'll see who comes out to play, as that was a very balanced, and I think the Lady Eagles got a little bit of a boost by having Nana Massanet back in the game of being back available to play, and she's back out on the court now. It's Adams, Jones, Kwamba, Pulling, and Massanet. So basically you have four guards on the floor, plus Kwamba, who plays a forward position. Everybody else handles the ball and can be the guard or can be almost with a point for any of these. So to offset the bigs underneath, the Lady Eagles are going smaller, quicker. Massanet, free throw line jumper, won't go. Tipped around. Kwamba with it. Back out. Jones. Back to Massanet. 15 on the shot clock. Adams. Pulling. Straightaway three comes up short. And Smith with a rebound. And it comes to Ostenman. And a charge is called as Jones took that, and that hurt. Her teammates are all going to pull her up, but she says, hang on just a second, let me sit up first. And that's Ostenman's first foul. She will leave. Back into the ball game, or just into the ball game. Back in is Ariel Sargent. She was a starter. Now they got their three bigs back on the floor, trying to offset the smaller, quicker lineup with size. Pulling, going to take it to the lane, kicks it, tries to get it to Kwamba, but she didn't move from where she was, and the pass goes out of bounds, and it will belong to Mid-America. Now we'll see if the size issue on this end of the floor comes into play. Smith with it. Pulling on her, behind the back, creates some space. There's Megan Scott inside, left hand puts it up and gets the roll. Megan Scott was 6. 19-16. Jones pulling. She's cooled off a little bit. Massanet with a three lined up. Comes up short, goes after her own rebound, and she's going to be called for the foul. And I believe that's her second personal foul. So Nana Massanet with her second foul. You can see a little rust. Short shots are coming up just a little bit off. That one was a little short. Gonzalez with the basketball. Pulling all over her. Tipped away by Massanet, but Gonzalez gets it back. Gets a pick going both directions. This is Sargent with a three. Rims around, no good. Massanet pulls down the rebound, gets it away from Scott, and brings the ball up the court. 3-point lead, Central with the ball. Massanet can't shoot the three. Take it in and bank it off the glass. Get it to go and pick up your fourth point of the ball game. Gonzalez Jones got a hand on it. Smith now runs the offense. Going to get a pick from Lowe. Gives it back to Lowe. And a foul is going to be called. And the way Massanet is holding her head, she's going to get it. She does. That is her third personal foul. Nichols checks back in. Mid-America ball underneath their own basket. Lob into Scott. Can't find any room. Gooch to Lowe. She wasn't ready for it. Scott gets it back underneath the basket, puts it up and in. 8 points for her. Adams. Pulling in the corner. Got Lowe on her. Now it switches off as it's a zone. Pulling to the hoop. Can't get it to go as Scott blocks her shot. Mid-America with a chance to tie this trip down the floor. Inside it goes to Lowe, and that'll be a foul on Michelle Nichols. Her second personal foul. Lady Eagles racking up fouls. Johnson's got 2. Nichols has got 2. Massanet's got 3. Lowe. Smith looking for another pick. Goes around it to the hoop. Runs into an offensive foul as Adams takes the charge. Hannah Adams stood there and held her ground. Basket does not count. And that's a second foul on Trellshell Smith. Leah Johnson gets ready to check back in. She's got 2 fouls. Kwamba's going to get a break. Mid-America going to apply a little bit of pressure. 3-quarter, back up now into it. It's still a zone. Nichols all the way over to Jones. Ball fake. Manning. Corner to Adams. She's going to go down the lane. Loses the handle on it. Gets it to Johnson. Manning again with it. Jones. 10 on the shot clock. Got plenty of time. Nichols tries to get it to Johnson underneath. A nice pass. Lays it up and in. Leah Johnson with 6 points now. And here comes Smith on the other end. Looks like zone now by the Lady Eagles. Smith in the corner, right side. Top of the key to Lowe. Inside it goes to Scott. Puts it up and in. Johnson not as aggressive with her 2 fouls. Adams runs down the pass. Ball kicked, and there's the call. Got a sub coming in. Gonzalez will check in. Smith will check out. Pulling. Adams. Jones. Inside it goes to Johnson. Back to Jones. Adams with it again. Pulling. Going to come around, and she's going to go down the lane and trying to find a way. Spin back. Jumper in the air, no good. Johnson over the back, gets away with the first couple of those. Now it's on the ground, and it's a jump ball, and it will go to Mid-America. Eagles on the floor right now. Jones not prone to shooting very much, and Adams not prone to shooting very much, so they're going to have to get it all from Nichols, Johnson, and Pulling. That's where the offense will come from. Gonzalez got a 3 in the air. Looks good. Comes up short and goes out of bounds. It'll be Central basketball. It was on line, but it wasn't long enough. Nichols to Jones. Nichols on her right wing, pulling inside to Johnson. She's going to spin, go up left-handed, but she's called for a travel as she bumped and got a little off balance. Gooch with the ball. Gooch, Sargent, Scott, Gonzalez, and Lowe. The 5 original starters. That's a 3 on the way, no good. And a foul on Jones as Gonzalez missed the 3, but got the long rebound coming back her direction. That's team foul number 4. Savannah Lang checks in for the Lady Eagles. 5'9" freshman from Florida. Gooch. Sargent. Low. Looks for Scott inside. Can't get there. Gonzalez now gets it to Scott. She's going to go underneath the basket, come out on the other side. Johnson bothers her shot. She gets it back, puts it up, shoots too hard, and Lang with a rebound. Gives it to Adams. Just under 5 minutes to go here in the second period. Nichols. Lang. Ball fake. Moved her feet. Travel called. Anna Ralston checks back in. Vonda Kwamba back in. And Johnson gets out before picking up a third foul. Comes Gooch with the ball. 3-point advantage, 23-20. 4:44 to go. There's a three on the way. Rims out no good. That was by Sargent. Kwamba with a rebound. Ahead to Nichols. Now to Pulling. They're chasing her all over the floor. Nichols has got an open look at a three. Comes up short, but Kwamba with a rebound. Kicks it back out. Nichols now down the lane. Bumps. Bank shot won't go. And Lowe with the rebound. Ahead to Gonzalez. All the way across. That's Lowe with it. That was Rolston who got the rebound. Three ball in the air and good for Gooch. She's got 8 in the ball game. And we're tied at 23. Lang's pass picked off by Gooch. Pass it underneath. Gonzalez puts up one. Can't get it to go. And Kwamba with a rebound. Coach Davis walks all the way to half court to call his offense. Got it. Adams going to switch to the left side with the ball. Couple of picks coming her way. 7 on the shot clock. Nichols with a jumper at the buzzer. Doesn't go. And Gooch with a rebound. First lead of the ball game, or first lead in a while, could be had here by Mid-America. Gooch, Sargent. 3 in the air, no good, and Lang with a rebound. Adams, Nichols, uncontested 3 in the air and good. Michelle Nichols. She's got 6 in the game. The Eagles back up 3. Gonzalez in the corner. All the way to the other side to Sargent. Gooch. Low. Gonzalez inside, but Kwamba gets the steal. Pass intended for Rolston. Didn't get there. Lang. Nichols. Pulling. Underneath. Nice pass. Good look to Kwamba. She can't get it. Gets her own rebound. Puts it up. Can't score, but she's fouled. And that'll go on Rolston.
Pioneer foul, number 12, Anna Ralston. That foul, her first, 13 foul. Stepping to the line for the Eagles, number 12, Vonda Kwamba.
Spiegel in. Kameen Tellez into the ball game for the Lady Eagles. She played a lot into the first half last ball game, plus most of the second half. She's back in here. She's a junior from Madrid, Spain. Kwamba with the free throw good. She's got 3. Lead goes to 4. Second one good. She's a 63% free throw shooter. Gooch directing traffic. Austinson back in. Adams picks her pocket and comes away with the ball. Austinson not happy about that. Slaps her out at the close to the half-court line. That'll be her second personal foul. That's team foul number 4. So next fouls will put everybody in bonus for the rest of this period. Nichols. Kwamba in the corner. Top of the key, Spiegel. Adams in the corner. Tries to get it to Kwamba. Does. Spins. Puts it up. Can't get it to go. And Lowe with a rebound. Almost another bad pass, but held on to. Gooch. 3 on the way, draws nothing. That was by Bozic. Nastasia Bozic. Nice play there. Nice pass. Kwamba, can she finish? Gets it up. No good. Fouled. And I think that will go against Rolston. Her second personal foul. Scott checks back in. Ralston checks out. Jones getting ready to check back in for Nichols. So Jones, Spiegel, Kwamba, Telez, and Adams. Haven't said that combination of names much this year. First free throw is good. 5 points in the game, and it is a 6-point advantage for the Lady Eagles. Second free throw, also good. Austinson gets the ball, inbounds to Gooch, and she'll bring it up the court. The zone defense for the Lady Eagles has been pretty effective as it's slowed down Mid-America quite a bit in their scoring. Inside, Lowe looks, kicks it back out. Gooch has got a couple of threes, passes. 3 on the way there, comes up short, tipped around. Spiegel tipped it. Adams comes down with it, gives it back to Spiegel now. Telez moves it around in a hurry. Kwamba on the baseline, loses the handle on it, but gets it back. All the way back out to Adams, reset with 15. Telez in the corner. Jones, Telez, 3-ball lined up for her, back of the rim, no good. Knocked around, and down with it is Austinson. Under 30, 5-second differential, play clock, game clock. Austinson back around to Gooch. Back to Austinson. She's got a 3 lined up. Not going to be good. Jones with it with 17, and Coach Davis yells out, and Jones slows down as they look like they'll play for the last shot. They'll go in with at least a 7-point lead. 8 seconds. Spiegel. Telez in the corner. Adams with a 3 on the way. Doesn't draw anything, and that's the way the half will end. 30-23. Eagles outscore Mid-America 11-9 in that second period, and they have a halftime lead of 7 points. I'd like to thank our corporate partners for their continued support of CMU Athletics: MFA Oil, the Braun House, Jennings Premium Meats, Community Auto Sales and Service, Airlink, Drury Hotels, Missouri Pacific Lumber, Howard County Electric, and Commercial Trust Company. Airlink Rural Broadband is your local wireless and fiber internet provider, family owned and operated with coverage options in Sheraton, Howard, Saline, and surrounding counties. Interested in wireless or fiber service? Visit us at airlink123.com for info on all of your internet needs. Community Auto Sales and Service is a one-stop shop for all your automotive needs. From brakes and tires, oil changes to front-end alignments, engine repair, batteries, state inspections, they have everything and can do anything to keep you on the road safely. Proud supporters of Eagle Athletics. So we're at halftime. We're going to pull something up real quick, I hope. And then we'll be back in a couple of minutes while I gather some stats and get some stuff for you for our halftime. Again, 30-23 Eagles here at halftime on the Eagles Sports Network.
At last, an approach to teaching and learning that connects the traditional classroom to the real world at Central Methodist University. Now you can learn the way you live and the way you'll work with the new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more. At last, an approach to teaching and learning that connects the traditional classroom to the real world at Central Methodist University. Now you can learn the way you live and the way you'll work with the new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
How do you make traditional education more effective for today's job market? You transform it. Now the only limit to your education is your imagination. The new Digital U at Central Methodist University. Be more.
At last, an approach to teaching and learning that connects the traditional classroom to the real world at Central Methodist University. Now you can learn the way you live and the way you'll work with the new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
How do you make traditional education more effective for today's job market? You transform it at Central Methodist University. Now the only limit to your education is your imagination. The new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
We're back. It's halftime at Central Methodist. Lady Eagles with a 30-23 advantage here at half. Get you some stats for you to look at. There you go. First half stats. You can see the score. Field goal percentage. Central 32.4. Mid-America 25%. Free throw percentage 100% for the Eagles. 83.3% from the free throw line for Mid-America. On three-pointers, Central shooting 30.8. Mid-America shooting 12.5. That's a big issue for them. Rebounding, Lady Eagles 25-23 edge there. Offensive rebounds, both teams with 7, so that's the same thing. And the turnover department, both teams with 8 turnovers in the ball game. The shooting numbers, you saw the percentage. Field goal percentage, Mid-America's 8 of 32 from the floor overall. Central 11 of 34. Three-pointers, Mid-America 2 of 16, and both of those were made by Gooch. And for Central, 4 of 13. Free throw percentage, 5 of 6 for Mid-America, 4 of 4 for the Lady Eagles. Rebounds, 7 offensive, 16 defensive for Mid-America, 7 offensive, 18 defensive for Central Methodist. Central was 7 assists, Mid-America was 6. On the steal category, Central 5 steals, Mid-America 2. Turnovers, as you saw, or still can see. Even at 8 block shots, each team with 1. Fouls, Central had 10 fouls in the first half, 7 against Mid-America. Bench scoring, Central 10 points out off the bench to 3 for Mid-America. Points in the paint, even up at 12 apiece. Second chance points, Central has the only second chance points, 4 of those. Points off of turnovers, though, 4 points for Mid-America, none for Central. Leading scorers, leaders in the ball game, scoring-wise. Pulling with 6, Scott with 10 for Mid-America. Rebounding leaders, Kwamba with 8, Scott with 6. Assist leaders, Jones has got 2, Lowe has got 5. So there are your numbers, as we'll get a lot of that stuff off the screen now, and then we'll put the scoreboard back up so you can see. And you can also see how much time is left before the second half starts. Just over 6 minutes to go, and it is the men are out on the floor at halftime shooting around. And I will tell you, in the men's ball game coming up later, Mid-America comes into the ball game 4-6, 1-6 in the Heart. Central 5-6 overall, 3-4 in the Heart. As there will be 70-plus years of coaching experience between the two head coaches in the second ball game, because I know that Rocky Lamar was a basketball player at Mid-America back in the day, because I was here in school at Central Methodist when Rocky Lamar was playing basketball at Central Methodist, and I know that's been a lot of years. Jeff Sherman, in his 36th season as the head coach of the Eagles. So I know there's going to be 70 plus, and it may approach 80. Who knows? depending on how long Rocky Lamar has been the head coach. I'm sure he was an assistant for a while and then took over as the head coach. But that's where we're at, is we still have 5+ minutes to go. Neither side out yet for the ladies. Give you a rundown of scoring for both sides. For Mid-America, they're led by Megan Scott's 10, 8 points for Michaela Gooch. And then after that, it drops down to 2 points for Jordan Gonzalez, 2 points for Trell Sean Smith, and 1 point for Anna Rolston. For the Lady Eagles, they are led by 3 players with 6 points. Armani Pulling, Vonda Kwamba, and Leah Johnson all have 6, as does Michelle Nichols. Then 4 points for Nana Massanet in her return, 2 points for Hannah Adams, and that's it for the scoring for the Lady Eagles. 30-23. It was 19-14 at the end of the first period. 30-23. Lady Eagles out, getting ready to shoot. So Mid-America vacates the floor. Their men do. Waiting for their women to come back out with 4 minutes or so to go. And here come the Mid-America women back to the floor. I am going to look. I got my Mid-America stats here, so I will look and tell you that on the season, Mid-America shoots 30.5% from the three-point line. They're shooting 12.5% from the three-point line, so that's an issue. As I'm looking to see three-pointers, they have attempted 164 in 8 ball games, so that's 20 per ball game, and they have attempted already in this ball game 16 and made 2. So, as Central is concerned, as long as they continue to shoot 12.5%, they can shoot threes all they want. Scott's been a force inside for Mid-America. Look at the numbers real quick. She's got 10 points and 6 rebounds. On the other side, I just need to find Vonda Kwamba. She's got 6 points and 8 rebounds so far. Johnson with 6 points and 3 rebounds. So we're just about set. Again, we'll be back here Tuesday night, 5:30 for the women's ball game. Lady Eagles against the Lady Vikings from Missouri Valley. Local rivalry, as they are within 45 minutes, maybe even a half hour, depending on which road you travel to get there. There's not much distance between the two schools, between Fayette and Marshall, and that's always been a big rivalry in all of the sports, football especially, but basketball as well, baseball, all of them being in close proximity in the same conference. They have a tendency not to like each other very much. So we're just about set to go back to second half action, third period of play. Sparse crowd here again as the students are not back after Thanksgiving break. They decided, the leadership at Central, President Roger Drake and staff, decided to go virtual for the last week of classes and then finals, which is going on and probably finished right about now. They probably finished yesterday with finals. The only athletes, only people on campus, students on campus are athletes right now as they're finishing up. And after Tuesday, they'll all go home for a little while, which is quite a trip for some of these, because I'm just going to read off looking at the Eagles lineup. Lower Lake, California, Seattle, Washington, Madrid, Spain, Cape Coral, Florida, Clinton, Missouri, Denver, Colorado, Mozambique, New Zealand, Montebello, California, Trenton, New Jersey, Stockton, California, and Ewing, New York. Lady Eagles team last year set records at the school, 31 wins. They were 31-2, most wins in a season by a Central Methodist women's team, and they were getting ready literally to leave to go to the national tournament when the COVID outbreak hit. They won their regular season championship. They won their conference championship tournament. And then they were stopped from going to Montana when everything was halted by COVID-19. It's Adams, Jones, Pulling, Johnson, and Kwamba, the original starting five for the Lady Eagles. And we'll see who comes out after the huddle breaks up for Mid-America. Again, Mid-America 7-1 overall and 7-0 in the conference. Lady Eagles 4-3 overall, 3-3 in the conference, but they have a 7-point lead, and they're going to get the basketball to start. It's Gooch, Gonzalez, Sargent, Lowe, and Scott. Both sides original starting five back on the floor. Johnson's got 2 fouls for the Eagles. Nobody in foul trouble of the starters for Mid-America. Adams there. Jones, 3 on the way. Got a good look at it. Can't get it to go. Tipped around. And Scott comes down with it. And she stepped on Sargent's ankle. And we'll have a stoppage in play. As Ariel Sargent favoring her left ankle. I think she got stepped on. Trellshawn Smith is going to check in. And Sargent's going to go to the bench. Probably get taped up. And come back shortly, we hope. Gooch. Scott. Hands it to Gonzalez coming around. Smith inside to Lowe. Tipped around. Can't go. Johnson goes straight up, and I think she's going to be called for a foul. And if it is, that's 3. They call it on Vonda Kwamba, her second personal foul, first team foul of the second half. First free throw is good. Second free throw good as well. Lowe with her first 2 points of the ball game, down to a 5-point advantage. Pulling, Kwamba, Jones. Ball fake to the corner. Kwamba top of the key. Going to drive. Kick it to the corner. Pulling was behind. The pass was behind her. She tipped it, but it ends up in Smith's hands. This is Gonzalez with a 3 on the way. Still no good. And Kwamba with a rebound. That's 9 rebounds in the ball game for Vonda Kwamba. Jones to the corner. Pulling. Kwamba. Ill-advised pass. Smith picks it. Kwamba has to let her go, but she bothers her enough that she can't make the shot. And there's Kwamba picking up her 3rd foul while laying on the floor. Her 3rd, and Michelle Nichols will check in. Second team foul already, and we're minute 8. Officials talk about who the foul was on. The Mid-America bench wants the foul called on Johnson to get her 3rd foul and get her out. Tipped around, and there's Johnson's 3rd foul. Shot went up, was short. Rebound was pulled down by Mid-America. Shot put back up. Johnson fouls, and at the free throw line. First free throw is good. That, as I was struggling there for a second, that's Mackenzie Lowe. The ponytail in the way. Lowe with 4 points, and the lead's down to 3. It was 7 at the half, down to 3 now. Nichols back in. Adams. Nichols, 3-pointer from the corner, good. Michelle Nichols, she's got 9. I believe that would be 3 3-pointers for her. Smith against Jones. Behind her back, Jones loses her footing. Smith pulls up for a jumper, won't go. Scott flies in for the rebound, puts it up and gets it to crawl in. Megan Scott now with 12 points in the ball game. Pulling, looks inside. Nichols. Johnson backing in, and she's called for a travel as she wanted to spin but didn't, and moved her feet and turned the ball over. (33-29), 8:01 to go. Coach Davis talking to the official again about something. Into Smith. Jones on her. Watches her up the court. Gonzalez runs around a pick, gets the pass on the baseline. Scott's posted up inside, got position. Now can't get anywhere. Scott with a jumper from about 8 feet. Side of the lane, gets it to go, and it's 33-31. Nichols just makes it across half court before she received that pass from Jones. Johnson inside, step around, left hand, up and in. Pretty adroit with both hands is Leah Johnson around the basket. She's got 8. 9 for Nichols, 6 for Pulling. Gonzalez with the basketball, going to get a pick by Scott. No reason for Johnson to be guarding her out there. Scott comes around, and we have a foul underneath. Michelle Nichols called her third foul. So Johnson on the floor with 3. Massonet comes back in. She's got 3. Nichols, Massonet, and Johnson all with 3 fouls. Nice pass to Lowe, up and in as Nichols tried to draw a charge, didn't get the call. And Massonet with the ball, and it's back to a 2-point advantage. Pulling on the right side. Massonet, free throw line jumper good. Nana Massonet. She's got 6 in the ball game in her return to action after being out for a little while. Gooch, Gonzalez, underneath the low, puts it up and in. As the zone was not in the right spot there, pass from the wing across the court underneath the basket. Gets 2 points on the board. Massonet getting the feel of the game again. Nichols tries to pass to Manning, but it's picked off, and here comes Gooch. Scott inside, low. Gooch a 3 on the way, no good. Bounces around, and Manning with a rebound. Massonet's got a 3 lined up in the air, comes up short. Goes after her own rebound. It's underneath, tied up. It'll be a jump ball, and it will be Mid-America basketball. And getting ready to check back into the ball game is Anna Ralston. Ralston back in. Scott out. Scott leaves with 14 points, I think, in the ball game. Let me look real quick. She's got 12 points in the game. Mid-America with a chance to tie or take the lead. Down 2. Low. Gooch. Smith wants to think about it. Now trapped in the corner with nowhere to go. Gets it out to Lowe. Adams behind her to the basket. Smith. And a foul called, and the only person standing there is Johnson, and it'll be her 4th personal foul.
Eagle foul, number 34, Leah Johnson. That foul her 4th, 15. Stepping to the line for the Pioneers, number 20, Elshawn Smith.
Elshawn Smith at the line.
Number 12, Lapa.
75% free throw shooter coming into this. I think she made 2 for 2 earlier. As I will look, she did make 2 for 2 from the free throw line. She misses that one. Lady Eagles getting in foul trouble. 3 players on the floor with 3 fouls apiece, and Johnson just went to the bench with 4. Second free throw rattles around but falls. I look up and see that it is Kwamba, Nichols, and Massonet all with 3 fouls. Massanet with the basketball now. Zone defense employed by Mid-America. That half-court full-length pass is not going to work out too well. Massanet to the hoop, can't get it to go. And Lowe with the rebound. Gooch with a chance, 1-point deficit to get the lead. Smith, corner. Gonzalez with a three on the way, no good. Massanet had the rebound, comes down with a rebound and starts up the court. Puts a shot up right-handed. She's a lefty. Foul called as she tries to go to the basket. She'll go to the free throw line and shoot a pair. 56.5% free throw shooter is Massanet. Megan Scott back in. Rolston out. First free throw good, 38-36. Second free throw also good. And a timeout call by Central. We'll use that time to tell you that we thank the corporate partners for their continued support of CMU Athletics. Without them, these broadcasts would not be possible. MFA Oil, the Braun Home, Jennings Premium Meats, Community Auto Sales and Service, Airlink, Drury Hotels, Missouri Pacific Lumber, Howard County Electric, and Commercial Trust Company. Those folks make it possible for us to be here and get you these ball games. Some spots just do a broadcast without a lot of graphics, if other than a scoreboard, and sometimes they don't have announcers. Central Methodist does those things, and those partners that I just read their names off of provide the funding to be able to do all those different things, so we appreciate that. Horn blows, and we'll be back to action in just a second. Central has already committed 5 personal fouls in this period, and we're just over halfway through it. Mid-America will be in bonus free throw shooting for the remaining 4:44 of this third quarter. Scott looks inside, going to dribble itself, tips it off. Nichols with a block from behind on a shot by Lowe. Ends up with Massanet and to Adams. Pulling. Watching her closely. Massanet back to Pulling. Back to Massanet. She's a lefty. Adams not going to pull that unless she has to. Massanet with a three on the way, no good. And Gooch comes out with it. She's going to run it down the floor. Gonzalez. Low. Back to Gonzalez. Gooch in the corner. She's got the 2 threes that they've made, and she makes the third one. Gooch with 11 in the game, and it's tied. Kwamba in the corner. Beats low baseline, but steps on the end line, and a turnover. Jones back in, Massanet out. She's playing in brief segments. Mid-America again with a chance to take a lead. Haven't had one since early in the first quarter. Gooch. Gonzalez try to go all the way underneath to Scott. She throws it off the leg of Adams. Adams says, wasn't she standing on the line when she did that? The referee says, nope. It'll be Gooch to bring the ball in. Lowe gets it to Gonzalez. Gooch around on the other side. Adams on her, cuts her off. Inside it goes to Scott against Pulling. Lowe Rolls to the corner. Gonzalez has it. 1 on the shot clock. Hits the side of the backboard. And it's a shot clock violation. As Mid-America came down with the ball after it hit the side of the backboard. That's a shot clock violation. And the Eagles have the ball. 3:03 to go here in period number 3. Tie ball game at 39. Pulling down the lane. Nichols got a 3 lined up. Rattles around, no good. Kwamba battles for it, and she's going to be called for a foul, and that'll be 4 on Vonda Kwamba. Johnson with 4, Kwamba with 4. And free throws will be coming for Lowe.
Stepping to the line for the Pioneers, number 22, Mackenzie Lowe.
78.8% free throw shooter. Should have said that a little sooner, and then the miss would have seemed more important. Second free throw, good. That's the first lead since about 4-2 early in the ball game. Jones, Adams, Kwamba on the side. Over to Jones. Adams with a bounce and a 3 on the way, and good. Hannah Adams, 5 points in the ball game for her, and the Eagles have a 2-point advantage back at 42-40. Michaela Gooch. Low. 1 to go inside, but Scott wasn't looking. And there's a travel called on Smith, and it's a turnover against Mid-America. And the ball back to the Lady Eagles, 2:13 to go. Jones. Adams. Nichols. Back to Adams. Pulling. They're paying attention to her. Kwamba with her 4 fouls. Has to be careful. Gives it back to Manning. Nichols with a shot up. Can't go, but Kwamba with a rebound. Back out to Adams by midcourt. Reset. Run it again. Pulling, averaging 18.9. She's got 6 in the ball game. Inside it goes. Kwamba against Scott. Puts up a shot. Won't go, but a foul will be called on Megan Scott. That's her first personal foul. She has not scored here in the second half. Kwamba at the line. She is a 63% free throw shooter. She'll shoot 2. She's 4 for 4 from the line right now. 5 for 5. Leads back to 3. Second one no good, and Smith with a rebound. Trell-Sean Smith. Gooch. Low on the baseline, try to get it inside, and there's pulling with a foul on Scott. Scott will go to the free throw line and shoot a pair. That's the second personal foul. Nat Spiegel checks back in. Kwamba going to get out with her 4 fouls and get a break for this last minute and 14. She's got 4. Johnson's got 4 on the Eagle bench. Nichols with 3 in the game. First free throw by Scott is good. She's a 51.9% free throw shooter. And she makes them both. And she's 4 for 4 in the game. Pulling with it, top of the key, looks at Jones. Going to get a pick from Spiegel. Around it, Nichols. Going to try and go down the lane. Pulls up, a little jumper in the lane, rolls in. Nichols with 11, double figures for her. Only player in double figures for the Eagles. Gonzalez with a 3, banks off no good, tipped around and ends back up in Gooch's hands. She's got it, and she's got a 3 lined up. She's the only one that's hit a 3, and she's got 4 of them. Tied up at 45 as they put the numbers up on the scoreboard on the wrong side. But we're down. There's only a 1 second differential between shot clock and game clock, so the Lady Eagles going to run it down and get the last shot, they hope. As Jones is just dribbling it out. Now starts the offense. Nichols. Inside to Spiegel. Loses the handle on it. It's on the floor, and there's the buzzer. So at the end of 3, it's now 45-45. Eagles scored 15 in that period. Mid-America scores 22. Nope, they put 9/10 of a second back up. That was the shot clock going off, not the game clock. So Gonzalez to get it in. And now that'll be the end of the period. As Gooch just holds on to it. And we're at 45-45. Going into the last period. Airlink Rural Broadband is your local wireless and fiber internet provider. Family owned and operated with coverage options in Sheraton, Howard, Saline, and surrounding counties. Interested in wireless or fiber service? Visit us at airlink123.com for information on all of your internet needs. One of the corporate sponsors here. As we get ready for the 4th period of play. Mid-America shooting 15% now from three-point land as they are 3 of 20. Eagles 6 of 20 for 30%. Mid-America's halftime numbers have come up. Their field goal percentage is up to 29.55. Central at 35.58, about pretty much the same as it was. Free throws, Mid-America 13 of 16. Central 7 of 8. So disparaging numbers between on the free throw line. Central has 3 more threes. Mid-America has 6 more free throws. Nichols, Jones, Adams, Spiegel, Manning on the floor for the Lady Eagles. Lowe, Gonzalez, Gooch, Smith, and Rolston on the floor for Mid-America. Jones. Nichols step back, gets herself some room, puts it up and in. Michelle Nichols with 13. As you watch Gooch, she's the only one who's made a three-pointer in this ball game for Mid-America. She's 4 for 6 from the three-point line. Everybody else is 0 for 14. And there will be a foul as Smith goes to the hoop. Natalia Spiegel with the foul. Nana Massanet to check in. Spiegel with her first foul will check out. Massanet with 3. Nichols with 3. Kwamba with 4. Johnson with 4. Smith makes the free throw. She's up to 6 points in the ball game, and it's down to a 1-point advantage for the Lady Eagles. Misses the second one, and Massanet with a rebound. Gets it to Jones, who will bring it up with 9:10 to go in this 4th period. Inside to Pulling. Back out, Massanet almost tipped away as Gonzalez got a hand on it. Pulling with a jumper, won't go. Long rebound. Gonzalez had it, lost it. Massanet with a 3, won't go, and Lowe with a rebound. 1-point advantage for the Lady Eagles. Johnson gets ready to check back in. Smith Gonzalez all the way back across. Gooch in the corner. Ralston with a shot won't go, and Jones with a rebound. Runs it up the floor, and I mean runs it up the floor. Manning with the first open look she's had in a long time, and Armani Manning hits it. She's got 9 in the ball game, and the lead's back to 4 for the Lady Eagles. Smith. Lob inside to Lowe. She backs up, gets it over to Rolston, who puts it up too hard, and Nichols with a rebound, and Rolston with a foul. Her 4th personal foul.
First team foul entering the contest for the Pioneers, number 32, Megan Scott.
Megan Scott back in, Ralston out. Michelle Nichols to bring the ball inbounds. Adams with it. Manning. Massanet. Adams. Back to Massanet. She's got a 3 lined up. Going to be good. Thought it was going to come up a little short, but it went right through. Massanet with 11 in her return to action for the Lady Eagles, and it is a 7-point advantage and a timeout called. So with that, we'll take a break as well. And we'll be back in 30 seconds here on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you make traditional education more effective for today's job market? You transform it at Central Methodist University. Now the only limit to your education is your imagination. The new Digital U. Available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
53-46, 7:32 to go here in this 4th period of action. Central led 19-14 at the end of 1. Led 30-23 at the half. Into the 3rd quarter, it was tied at 45-45, so the Eagles on an 8-1 run here in the first 2.5 minutes of period number 4. Johnson back in the ball game for the Eagles. She's got 4 fouls. It'll be mid-am ball, sideline. Gonzalez to get it into Gooch. Lowe with a jumper from there. Won't go. Gets her own rebound. Kicks it out. Gooch. Baseline now. Inside to Scott against Johnson. Johnson tries to hold her ground. Shot blocked out of bounds as Johnson went up straight. She's 6'2". Scott at 6'2". 11 on the shot clock. Lowe. In the corner with Nichols on her. Going to back in, come around. Smith. Not going to get. Yes, she does get the shot off. Can't get it to go. Tipped around, and it ends up in Lowe's hand. So almost a shot clock violation, and Mid-America gets the ball back again. And there's a travel called every time the whistle blows inside where Johnson is. You wonder if it's going to be a foul on her. There was a bump and a travel. Adams with it, 7-point advantage. 6:50 to go in the 4th period. Adams looks for somebody pulling. Want her to go the other direction. Now to Adams on the other side. 15 on the shot clock. Massanet comes right. Looks back the other way. Here comes Nichols on a cut. Backs up, puts it up and in. She's very good at step back, making a little bit of space for herself. She gets her shot off. She's got 15, and the lead is up to 9. And there's an offensive foul in the lane called on Scott, I believe. Her 2nd personal foul, 2nd team foul in this period. Jones in, Adams out. Nichols with the basketball. Massanet went out. Jumper comes up short. Smith with a rebound. Heads up the floor as we approach 6 minutes to go. Trail Sean gets it in the lane to Lowe. She's the leading assist person. She backs in, doesn't want to go. Smith with a straightaway three, and that's the first three hit by somebody whose last name is not Gooch for Mid-America. Makes it a 6-point game and a timeout call. 30 seconds, so we'll stay here. Community Auto Sales and Service is a one-stop shop for all your automotive needs, from brakes, tires, and oil changes to front-end alignments, engine repair, batteries, and state inspections. They have everything and can do anything to keep you on the road safely. Proud supporter of Eagle Athletics. .551 to go. 6-point advantage. It's Jones, Adams, Nichols, Manning, and Johnson on the floor. Kwamba over on the bench with 4. Johnson on the floor with 4. And Jones brings it up, gets it to Manning on the right wing, looks inside. Double teaming Johnson with zone, sag on her. Nichols. Jones in the corner, going to come back out. Nichols, top of the key. Pulling, gets it inside now to Johnson. She goes to the hoop, and a blocking foul will be called as they're trying to find a way to get that 5th foul on Johnson. That foul will go on Jordan Nachbar, who's into the ball game. 5'9" junior from Shawnee, Kansas. Johnson with a chance to get into double figures. She's got 8, 2 free throws here. First one is good. Second one is good as well. 8-point advantage. Kwamba checks in. Johnson checks out. Coach Davis trying to rotate players, keep them from fouling out and keep them fresh on the floor. Smith will bring it up. 8-point advantage. 5:23 to go. Gonzalez in the corner. Nachbar with a 3. Top of the backboard. Doesn't go out of play. Smith with a rebound. Brings it back out. Skips it across to Gooch. She's got the 4 of the 5 threes that they have made in this game. Gonzalez. Smith just hit a 3 from right there. Down the lane. Has her shot blocked by Kwamba. Goes off Nachbar, out of bounds. Jones against token pressure from Mid-America. Runs thumbs down play. Kwamba waiting to set a pick, as is Nichols. Goes around both of those. Zone pulling. 3 in the air, won't go. Nachbar with a rebound. And a timeout call. Coach Lewis not happy with what his team has been doing offensively, so he calls a timeout, 30-second timeout. Eagles with 3 timeouts left on the board, only 1 left on the board now for Mid-America. Men's action, about 15 minutes after the end of this one. Eagles and Pioneers will get after it on the men's side. 4:32 left in this period. Gonzalez to bring it in. Smith with the basketball. Lowe, Nachbar, and Gooch on the floor. Gooch is in the bottom left-hand corner, bottom part of your screen, looking for a shot to put a 3 up. Gonzalez with a 3 in the air, and she hits one. Her first 3 of the ball game. She was 0 for 6 before that one. Now they're going to go to a trapping defense. Adams around it. Manning, Nichols. Pulls it out. 5-point advantage. 15 on the shot clock. Got plenty of time. Adams in the corner, back to Nichols. She's got a 3 lined up in the air and good. Michelle Nichols with 3. She's got 18 in the ball game, and another quick timeout called. Coach Davis calls this one, so we'll stay here. I'll look and see what Michelle Nichols' numbers look like. She averages 10.1. She's got 18 in this ball game. She is a 29% three-point shooter. She's 3 of 7 in this game, so well above that. So it's Kwamba, Manning, Jones, Nichols, and Adams on the floor. Gonzalez, Smith, Gooch, Lowe, and Nachbar on the floor. For Mid-America, 3:50 to go. 8-point advantage for the Lady Eagles. This would be a nice win for the Lady Eagles against this team. Smith to the hoop, can't get it to go, tipped around. Kwamba got her hands on it. Jones got her hands on it, but it ends up being going out of bounds. It'll be Mid-America basketball underneath. Gonzalez just hit a 3, got another one on the air, and good again. Jordan Gonzalez, she's got 8 in the ball game, back-to-back 3s by her. Adams, Jones, going to slow it down. 3:23 to go. Nichols. Massonet getting ready to check back in. Adams back to pulling. She's got a 3 in the air, and it's good. Armani Pulling with 12 in the game now. 3 Lady Eagles in double figures. Jones with a travel as she wanted to go, but Pulling jumped the lane on her. And Trell Sean Smith drags her foot for a turnover. Massonet in, Adams out. She has not been out of the ball game very much in this. She's played pretty much the entire ball game. Jones with it, gives it to Massonet. Zone, Massonet down the lane. Jones, Nichols thought about a 3, going to back out. Still got plenty of time on the shot clock. 2:45 to go, 12 on the shot clock. Massonet's going to take it to the hoop. Tries to get it to Kwamba. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Eagles. Massonet could have taken one more dribble and got to the hoop, but she tried to feed Vonda Kwamba underneath the basket. 9 on the shot clock. Comes into Massonet. She's going to drive and spin. Doesn't. Pulling, going to go to the hoop, splits the defense, tries to get it to Kwamba underneath, going to have to get that shot up in a hurry, and it's a jump ball, and it will be Mid-America ball, as the jump was called before. And they're going to talk about whether or not that was a shot clock violation before the jump ball, as they pull their masks up to talk. One official pulls it out of his pocket. The other one's wearing a gaiter, so he just pulls it up. They're going to talk about it because that would be important. If it was a shot clock violation, the possession arrow would stay with Mid-America. If it was a shot clock, or if it was a jump ball before the shot clock violation, then it would be Mid-America ball on possession, and then it would turn over to Central Methodist for the next time. So they're going to continue to talk about it during the timeout. They've told the teams they can go to their respective benches and talk to the coach while they decide what to do. They may go over to the monitor and look to see if the jump was called before the shot clock got to 0. The jump ball call stands. So alternate possession, it goes to Mid-America, and then it will switch back to Central. So the next held ball will be Lady Eagle basketball. Gonzalez, Smith, Gooch, Lowe, and Nachbar. That's been the 5 on the floor for the last several minutes. There's Lowe into the corner. Nachbar missed a 3 from there a little earlier. Turns this one down. Looks. Long pass over to Gooch. She's got 4 threes. Next to her is Gonzalez, who's hit the last 2. Smith has 1. Gooch almost walks. Gonzalez. Jones gets out on her to keep her from shooting a 3. Low, and Massanet with a steal. 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and Jones has the ball. Eagles with an 8-point lead and the basketball. All the way over to Jones. Baseline Kwamba. Back out Nichols. Pulling in the lane. Nice look, but didn't get it to go. Side of the rim. 1:43 to go and an 8-point lead. Neither side shooting bonus free throws yet. There's Low underneath. Kwamba fouls her, and I think that will be foul number 5 on Vonda Kwamba. She leaves with 7 points and 11 rebounds. Leah Johnson back into the ball game. Mackenzie Lowe at the free throw line. First free throw is good. She is a 78.8% free throw shooter. She is 7 for 8 in the ball game. And a timeout called by Mid-America, I believe, and if that is the case, they are out of timeouts. And it's a full timeout. Got men's action coming up next as veteran coaches Rocky Lamar and Jeff Sherman. Match wits in the men's ball game that will come up very shortly. Michelle Nichols with 18 lead the Eagles. Armani Pulling with 12. Leah Johnson with 10. And Nana Massanet with 11. So 4 players in double figures for the Lady Eagles. On the other side, they are led by Megan Scott with 14 and Michaela Gooch with 14. 9 apiece for Trell-Shawn Smith and Mackenzie Lowe. Two fouls against the Eagles in this period. 3 fouls against Mid-America. So a couple of fouls before Mid-America could force the Eagles to the free throw line. Eagles have the ball. And then it comes to Pulling. Pressure coming. Spins away from it, almost loses the ball on the floor. She's asking for a timeout and gets it. She dribbled right into the double team, tried to spin out of it, lost control of the ball, went to the floor, got the timeout. As there'll be 1 timeout left for the Eagles now. 25 on the shot clock, 1:30 on the game clock, and an 8-point advantage. 6-point advantage. My math was bad. 6-point advantage, so it's a 2-possession game. As at halftime, Mid-America was shooting 12% from the free throw line. They're up to 26.9 now. Central shooting 37% from the 3-point line. They're not looking for threes right now. They're just looking for points. Eagles are 9 of 10 from the free throw line. That's probably what's going to have. They're going to have to make some free throws. Massanet has it. Pressure. Jones going to dribble out of that pressure. 3 players chase her after her. Back to Massanet. Back to Jones as they're just running Mid-America all over the court. Keeping it in the hands of the free throw shooters. And Smith fouls Jones with 5 on the shot clock. Her third personal foul, so 20 seconds go back up on the clock instead of 5. 1:10 to go. Nichols gets the ball in. Foul quickly by Gonzalez. That's 5 fouls, so to the free throw line goes Michelle Nichols. 18 for her in the game. First free throw good. Her first free throw of the ball game. Moves it back to 7 and makes it a 3-possession game, which will become more and more important. as the clock dwindles down. Makes both of them, and now that she's made them, I'll tell you she's made all of her free throws. She's shooting 1,000% from the free throw line, or 100% is probably more appropriate. Gonzalez, inside low against Johnson. Left hand up, gets the roll to go. Massanet with the ball, back to Nichols. She'll have the ball in her hands as much as she can with those free throw shooting percentages. Massanet kills her dribble. And it's over and back as the ball bounces on the center line on the pass. 47.2 to go and a 6-point lead. Eagles only have 2 fouls, so they could foul non-shooting fouls. They've got 2 of those to give before it gets to the line. The official trying to get Smith's attention to give her the ball. Gooch has it. Man defense. Low. Smith. 3 on the way from her. No good. On the floor. Gonzalez picks it up. 30-second clock did not reset. Low tips it, and it goes out of bounds. Be Eagle basketball with 32 seconds to go. More fouls on the way by the Lady Pioneers. Jones with it. Massanet, and there's a foul on Nockbar. So Massanet will go to the free throw line, where she is a 56.5% free throw shooter. Looking to see if she is 2 for 2 from the line in this game. It's back to a 2-possession game, 6-point lead. She's got a pair of free throws to shoot. First one is good. That's important. Massanet back in her return has 12. She was averaging 21 before she left with an injury. She gets both of those, so her and Nichols will hang onto the ball a lot and probably pulling as well. Johnson in the game. Gooch, low, no good. Johnson with a rebound. Get rid of it before you get fouled. Pulling's got it. 15 seconds to go. See if Mid-America wants to just let it go at this point. It's an 8-point advantage with 7 seconds to go, and it sure looks like that's the way it's going to happen. 67-59 will be your final score, as the Lady Eagles score 22 in the fourth period to 14 for Mid-America. That will do it for women's basketball action. We'll have men for you in just a few minutes. Come back in about 10 minutes. We'll have the men's part of this doubleheader coming up right